Asa, looking first of all back on the weekend, good point against Chesterfield, is that how you see it?
Definitely, I think it's a good point because we maybe didn't play as well as we wanted to for a large chunk of the game, but to rescue a point at the end like we did was a great feeling. You know, it's one we've done before.
Did you save that comeback for the televised match in particular, just to show the whole nation what to go?
It seems that way, yeah, but I mean, you know, we've had 2 in a week really, so we take them. We'd rather score, you know, after 20 minutes rather than 94, but however we can take points off teams, then that's how it's going to be.
We've talked about it before, haven't we, that the gaffer does put a lot on that, doesn't he? Tries to make the team the fittest in the league, so that, you know, we are still hunting for points at the end of the game.
Absolutely, I think that's physically and mentally. You know, the gaffer works a lot on the mental side of the game, and you know, it definitely it shows because we did it last season, and we've proven we can do it this season with the new group as well.
Now, obviously, last season started off like a train, at the top of the table, and all of that. And this season hasn't started quite so. Of course, everybody wants to take maximum points from every fixture, but it's not important being where we are now. It's at the end of the season, isn't it?
That's right. I mean, you know, it's a long season, and you know, we haven't had an ideal start, but we are now putting points on the board, and you know, the lads are gelling a little bit more, and it was always going to take a little bit more time than I think maybe people thought, but you know, at the end of the season we want to be up and around it, and we've got a lot of games to get up there in the mix.
Now we're nearly approaching the 10-game mark, which as the gaffer said is where you start to sort of see where teams are. From a captain's perspective, how do you summarise the first 8 games or so?
I think, yeah, obviously it's been very indifferent, very up and down. It's not the start we wanted, but I think we are now showing signs of good form in games, and you know, with a lot of fixtures this week, I'm hoping to put maximum points on the board would be ideal, starting with a home game, and we want to be more entertaining and get the crowds back on the side, and you know, get that feeling back that we had last year, and you know, we've definitely got the players to do that. It's just putting it to play.
With those 2 games against Southend and Chesterfield, both 2 teams that were tipped before the start of the season to do well, getting results going, what do you think started to change? Do you think it's the players starting to gel a bit more?
I do, yeah, and I think, you know, it is that mentality of, you know, everyone buying into how the gaffer wants to play, and go to the end, be relentless like we were, and you know, it's important to be like that, but we want to, you know, we don't want to keep leaving it till the last minutes in games.
Now, nobody will be taking Wealdstone lightly on Saturday. In both the games that we played against them last season, took late goals to actually get the points. And of course, there'll be 2 familiar faces in rank. Does that make it any more difficult? Does that change things at all with Josh and Matt returning to play more?
I don't think so. You know, once that whistle goes, it doesn't really matter who's on the team. You don't really think about that. So, you know, we have to respect every opponent, and you know, they're a good team on their day, so we've got to be bang up for it, and yeah, be ready. And you know, anyone can beat anyone in this league, and we want to get back to being the team that doesn't fear anyone like we did last year. So we've got a lot of work to do, and it does take hard work, and I think that's where we've got to start really.
Well, like you said, Asa, there's a lot of fixtures coming thick and fast, so we wish you the very best of luck for that, especially on Saturday.
Thank you very much.